Just a quick reminder, guys, these narrations are best enjoyed with headphones on.
Oh, what is everyone? Sponsor Commander 1982 Feather Disabling Game Reviews here. This time we conclude AAA gaming season by reviewing the latest entry of the franchise, which is seen as Call of Duty's biggest competitor. Can this game redeem themselves after the train wreck that is Battlefield 2042? Or is this title another step in the franchise's eventual downfall? Well, without further ado, let's prepare to enter the battlefield and let's find out. EA's Battlefield is yet another one of the biggest, most recognizable franchises in gaming in general. Its origins stretch back to the early 2000s, a time where multiplayer gaming in general was evolving. From multiplayer split-screen free-for-alls on the same couch on GoldenEye for the N64, probably slavers only, or blue shelling your friends on Mario Kart 64 for that very same console, or LAN party deathmatches on Doom with the aim of simply being the best on your block, playing multiplayer video games using devices connected to the internet with players you have not even met face to face to be the best in the entire world. In 2002, Digital Illusions creator of entertainment, acronymed DICE, created the first game of the series, Battlefield 1942, released exclusively for the PC. It is said upon its release it changed multiplayer gaming forever. For the first time, the player count of a single match was cranked up to 64 players. Although the official servers are down due to the closure of the GameSpy network in 2014, it is still possible to play multiplayer on this classic title thanks to fan-made community servers. Due to the positive reception of Battlefield in 1942, several sequels were released across a variety of periods of warfare. The game's spiritual successor went from World War II to the Vietnam War, and Battlefield Vietnam, released in that fateful year, 2004. The next year, the franchise went from the Vietnam War to modern-day warfare with Battlefield 2. The final stop of this guided tour of the classic Battlefield is Battlefield 2142, which, as the title suggests, took the franchise into futuristic warfare, released to the public in 2006. In 2011, the Battlefield franchise that we know and love kicked off with Battlefield 3 and its predecessor, Battlefield Bad Company 2, which was released 1 year prior. Similar to 1942, this title's influence is still being felt. Even today, the community still hails Battlefield 3 as one of the best games of the franchise. It featured maps that still appears in future titles of the franchise. Okay, James, can you tell me what your favorite map on Battlefield 3 is? Right, good question, Tails. I'd say Operation Firestorm. Its wide open environment is perfect for armored warfare, mixed in with tight environments perfect for close quarters battles. Anyway, back to Battlefield. The groundwork of Battlefield 3 was still present in future titles that were released. These include Battlefield 1, released in 2016. This title featured World War I for the first time in the FPS genre. So, here we are in 2025 with Battlefield 6. The title acts as a precursor to Battlefield 2042. A high-profile assassination plunged the global power of the world in turmoil, as entire countries broke off from NATO to a private military organization, Pax Automata. You play the part of Gunnery Sergeant Dylan Murphy and his Marine Raider Squad, Tempest 1-2. It is up to you to fight back against Pax Automata, thus restoring credibility to the world's biggest defense alliance. Okay guys, prepare for deployment to the battlefield because these accessibility scores are as follows. To kick things off, visibility is got a sky high 11. There are numerous colorblind modes that can be changed on the fly via the accessibility section of the options menu. Better still, if the built-in colorblind modes are still unsuitable, you could customize whichever color scheme is more suitable for your impairments. This is very important as in an FPS game, split-second decisions can bridge the gap between you taking out an enemy soldier, thus taking you the objective, or that enemy soldier's taking you out, thus losing your team the entire match. So Battlefield Studios failed to disappoint in terms of playing this video game with a visual impairment. Next up on ability, again it's got a sky high 11. Once again Battlefield Studios failed to disappoint when playing this game with a hearing impairment. There is subtitle support which can be enabled and disabled on the fly. The developers seem to have gone the extra mile by not only customizing the size of the font, but you can also customize the background of these subtitles. This is somewhat similar to the subtitles you would see in a TV show or in a movie. This is also important as the subtitles are easier to read as they stand out when it contrasts with the other elements of the screen, for example your crosshair or a sniper scope. So this game can be very easily playable for a player with hearing impairments. Next up, mobility, again a sky high 11. In the PC version which was used to test it, you could customize whichever control scheme you deemed suitable for your impairments when using a trusted keyboard and mouse. Bearing in mind this feature is also supported on the Xbox and PlayStation 5 versions. Better still on the PC version, there's full controller support right out of the box. Just to connect your controller of your choice to your PC, the game then automatically detects your controller, then you're ready to play. Simple as that. When using a controller, there are numerous stick layouts which can be switched on the fly via the control section of the options menu. This level of stick customization can also be applied for when you're running around as an infantryman, driving around in a vehicle, or flying around in a helicopter or a jet. You can also customize the button layouts to suit your impairments when using a controller. This makes the game completely accessible for players with mobility impairments. And last but certainly by no means least, play scored a 10.5. Unlike Call of Duty, which is more arcadey style, this game focuses on realism. The class system, which makes the Battlefield franchise stand out and made it a household name, returns. In this game there are 4 classes with their own unique traits, gadgets and roles. Each class has an extra tweaks called career paths. Now obviously more of these career paths will become unlocked as you level that particular class up. So first up, Assault. These are your frontline pushers, excelling in close to mid-range battles. The Recon class are your snipers and intel gatherers. They can use a variety of techniques such as motion sensors and recon drones to spot enemy infantry, while obviously using their sniper rifle to counter-snipe. Next up, Engineers. As the name suggests, Engineers have a very heavy vehicle combat focus. They can repair any friendly vehicles using repair tools and use explosives such as mines and rocket launchers to destroy enemy ones. Finally, your support class acts as medics. Supports can resupply and heal teammates. Most importantly, they can revive teammates faster than any other class in the game using defibrillator units. The known sheer number of modes available in this game is quite diverse. You have the Conquest mode, which is pretty much the bread and butter of the Battlefield franchise, and an array of attack and defense modes such as Breakthrough and Rush. Obviously, Battlefield Portal, introduced in 2042, is still present in this game. This allows you to play community modes and maps using a built-in server browser. That way there is always something for you to play as long as the modding community remains active. In terms of system requirements, it's pretty mid-range friendly. You need at least a Ryzen 5 2600 and an RTX 2060 to play this game. However, in order to play this game on PC, you need a TPM 2.0 and secure boot enabled to play this game. This is not a big deal, as you need both to install and run Windows 11. Obviously, this is for anti-cheat reasons. In summary, Battlefield 6 is a fantastic first-person shooter game with a big multiplayer focus. Seriously, playing a Battlefield game for the single-player campaign is like walking into Burger King for a nice healthy salad. Crossplay is enabled, which allows you to play the game regardless of which format you decide to play the game on. Yes, the pricing is a little hefty, but the game is pretty much premium quality. It is very well optimized, especially for PC systems. The content is vast, mostly thanks to Battlefield Portal. By the way guys, word of advice, if you are intending to buy this game, best to purchase the standard edition, as the content in the Phantom edition is a little lackluster, hence the 0.5 reduction in score.
This is outrageous. It's unfair.
Well guys, to be fair, you really can't spell steal without EA.
So if you're an FPS enthusiast and are sick and tired of the same game, different year mentality of Call of Duty and want something to play something different, this game is highly recommended. And the overall score is a massive 108.75%. This is Spartan Commander 1990 signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next review.